Assalamu alaikum, dear people. Today I want to talk to you about something very, very beautiful about Bible. And for all of you Muslims and for all of you Christians, you should really listen because there are some very, very interesting verses. The first verse I want to show you is Deuteronomy 6:4. Hear, O Israel, the Lord our God, the Lord is one. As you can see here, it's clear mention that the God is one. And then Matthew 26:39, and going a little further, he fell on his face and prayed, saying, My Father, if it is be possible, let this cup pass from me, not as if I will, but as you will. As you can see here, Jesus is praying to God in the same way as we Muslims pray. He fell to his face and prayed, and then he said, if it is possible. So it is not Isa alayhi salam or Jesus who make it, but he is asking God to do it for him, if it is possible. Not as he will, but as God will. And people are saying, that he used to perform the miracles by his power, and that's not his power but the power of God. And just don't get crazy yet. I will read a couple of more verses because I have nothing against you. I love God and I love Jesus and I love Bible, and I read all books given to us from God, and they are all good, but we need to listen to the verses that God is telling us. You just need to open your eyes and ears and listen and read by yourself and say what is it that we are reading. Look at the next verse, Exodus 34:14. Do not worship any other God. You can find all those verses in the link below, or you can find them by yourself in your own Bible, and you will see. The next one is Mark 12-29. The most important one answered Jesus. Is this here, O Israel, the Lord our God? The Lord is one. As you can see, the Lord is one, not three, not two, not nothing else except the Lord is one. And I will give you even more clear verses, because people will come to you with the fantasy stories. Yeah, he's the one, but he's actually three. No, but he's actually the son. No, he's not the son, but he's actually this. Yeah, people are making up the story. That's why you have in Christianity so many sects. Everybody is twisting around and making up their own mind. And just don't get crazy yet, because I know how you feel. And the same thing happened in Islam. We have million sects. I mean, you cannot even imagine how many. I mean, there are 72 sects that are mentioned by, but we have even more. People are creating sects all the time, and even those big religions, those big groups, they are also falling into sect by following something that has nothing to do with the Quran. Because if you read the Quran, it's the same like Bible. If you read the Old Testament, it's the same like Bible and the same like Quran. And the Old Testament is even closer to the Quran than the Bible itself because of the translation. If you would read the Hebrew Bible, then you would realize that the Quran is exactly the same like the Bible. But sadly, most of us cannot read the Hebrew, and we gotta trust the translation, and the translation are most of the time wrong, because people translate it the way it suits them. Sometimes it say God is one, and they are translating the Lord is one. Sometimes it's saying I don't know, listen to this is just example. Today is a beautiful weather, and they are translating the Jesus said the Lord today is the beautiful weather, and that is nothing to do with the Bible. It says just one thing and they add to it, the Jesus, the Lord, and this and that, and they feel like it's okay, because that is what he said, so it's okay to translate in that way. But that's totally not okay. You have to translate exactly word for word, and that let us to decide what it says. The next one, Matthew 4:10. Jesus said to him, "Away from me, Satan, for it is written, worship the Lord your God and serve him only." Clear as the day. The next one, Timothy 2:10. For there is one God and one mediator between God and mankind, the man Christ Jesus. As you can see, clear as the day. And this is a very beautiful verse. Actually, that's why I'm going to continue read it. Not the God, not Son of God. Because if you, in that time, everybody was son of God, you know. We are all sons of God, if you can say like that, you know. May God forgive me. God doesn't have sons or daughters. God, everything belongs to God. But they used to say it just like that, you know. They used to use that word. In the Bible, I read many times other prophets who've been mentioned as the sons of God. And even angels have been mentioned in the Bible as sons of God, or God as their father. So if you read the Bible, you will see on and on again and again that it's not the first time they are saying something like that. That's why people twist it around, because that is actually not only people. The Satan, you know, is doing that on purpose. He is always coming to people and trying to make them go astray, especially to do big sin. And the sin, like believing that Jesus is God, is a great sin in the religion, in the Islam, and even in the books before. Because if you look, I mean, just look around, you know, you don't have to follow just blindly what you think, you know. If you look the books before, every book, even the book of Enoch, is saying there is one God and only to him we should all pray. The book, the Old Testament, as you know, Jews, they all pray to one God. And we Muslims, we all pray to one God. And even there are many Christians who believe there is only one God and they pray only to one God. But there are some groups, sadly big groups, who believe that Jesus is Son of God, or some believe even God, or some believe in the Holy Trinity. It's all made up things, you know, so that people, I don't know, go astray, you know. That is all devil's work, you know. But you don't have to believe me. Believe the Bible. I will continue reading it on and on and on and on again, verse after verse. Numbers 23:19. God is not human, that he should lie, not a human being that he should change his mind. You see, here is clear in Numbers 23:19 that God is not a man and he is not a human, and he cannot be human, and you cannot have anyone who, I mean, this is clear as the day. I really don't know how more clear than this you want to, but people would, even with those clear verses, find some ways, you know, to believe what they want to believe and to justify, you know. And you don't need the priest or the imam or anybody to go to explain it to you. All you need to do is use your own head, you know, and read what you are, what you find in the Bible, because God speaks to all of us, not the priest. We know all good what religious leader, how they are, and I don't support them. It doesn't matter if they are Muslim or Christian. So we just know, now we talk about Christians, so I'm gonna go about them. But I don't support Muslim leaders either, you know, because they are just doing their work, you know, so they can keep their power. And the same thing with Christian. They've been doing it for centuries. They've been hiding the knowledge from people so that they can control people, you know. And now you still believe them after everything? Really? Are you not gonna wake up? I mean, one day when you go in front of God, nobody will be there to protect you. It's only between you and God. No priest will come and say, I told him so. No. The next one, Hosea 11:9. I will not carry out my anger, nor will I devastate Ephraim again. I am God and not a man, the Holy One among you. Open that verse and read. You can see, for I am God and not a man. Read the whole verse. The next one, 10 Commandments. I mean, you know, the 10 Commandments are the root for all religions in the world. In Islam, in Christianity, in Judaism, in every religion that you can imagine, the root is 10 commandments. And the first commandment is, you shall have no other gods beside me. And you broke that one. How dare you to break the first commandment that is God telling you, you shall have no other gods beside me, and you go and break that? How dare you? Don't you fear God? Don't you ever think, what if I am wrong and one day I go to God? Why does God need anyone when God owns everything? How can you say things like that? How can you say things like that? It is a great, great sin. And if you open much more verses there, and I will bring in the future much more verses, but this is just the beginning. I don't want to make this video long as some of my other videos, because people tend not to watch if the videos are too long. But if you open the Bible and read by yourself, you will see on and on that Jesus, he used to pray. He used to pray as a Muslim. He used to ask for everything he needed. He asked God to help him, to give him, to guide him. How can God ask God to guide him? How can how can you say something like that? And then if you read the books before the Old Testament, you will understand there is only one God, and there will never be other God. God is saying that again and again and again. And then if you open the Quran and read, I know you are fearful of the Quran because people told you lies after lies after lies, and some crazy stories, and the evil Muslim, fake Muslim who done bad things around the world, they say they presented us, but they are just 0.001% of people. You have 99% of Muslims who lived in peace for centuries, and that is all we want. We want love, we want be in peace with God, and we want help you also find the truth. We don't care about war, we don't care about nothing. I don't want to go to war, nobody wants. We want to live in peace with our families, and we want you to be with us. I don't want me to go into paradise and you all go to hell. Or if you think you are going to go to paradise and we all go to hell, how do you think? Do you have a good inside your heart to wish for me as I wish for you? And even better, if you read the Bible, how the Jesus is speaking to all mankind, he wants to save everyone, and you just care about yourself, and you don't even care about your brothers Christians who think differently. No, it's only about you. You are the right one, you know everything, you will go to... that is not how a good person should think. You need to step down, for a second and think about, and fear. The greatest sin in Islam is to have someone beside God. And that is what devil managed to make you do. To believe in Jesus as a son of God, or as he has some kind of authority. Doesn't matter that he didn't die. Do you know how many prophets before had powers and didn't die? The Solomon, he had world at his hand. He had everything, but still we don't think of him as the son of God. Adam, he is the first man, and still we don't think of him as the son of God. The first man, he doesn't have father, he doesn't have mother. You say Jesus didn't have the father, or didn't, the Adam didn't have a father nor a mother. He didn't have Allah created him, and still we don't call him the son of God. He was just a man. That is a great lesson to you. I hope you have learned something. At least you can do research for your own, because may God give to me what I wish to you. Only to find the truth and peace and happiness, because the devil is working against us, against Muslims, against Christians, against Jews, against everyone. And he have always put lies in the religion, in every religion, and that's why you have so many sects. That's why. And it's upon us, people, just to open our hearts and read and follow what God is telling us. It doesn't matter who you are. If tomorrow would God come to me and tell me, oh, you have to become Christian, or you have to become Jewish, or you have to become Buddhist, I would do it for God. I don't care. I don't want to attach myself for nothing. You know, it's not about religion. It's about God. It's not about us or our family or what our people would think. It's not about that. It's about being great, man, you know, following God against everything, like our prophets did. They were alone. They didn't have people following them. Everybody was against them in the beginning, and they still went with God. People were attacking them and going against them in every way, and still they went what their heart told them. And that's why God saved them and put them in the history as a lesson for us. Peace to all of you, and may God protect us, all of us. Assalamu alaikum.